Hello MPPNs, how are you? Hope you are fine. I think you have understood the first chapter, that was sources of food. Now we are going to continue with science. Let's move on. The second chapter of your science textbook is components of food. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the first part of this chapter. Let's see the contents. There are three main topics, that are nutrients, balanced diet, diseases and disabilities due to food deficiencies. And in this part we are going to study nutrients. Okay, let's continue. Now our first topic is nutrients. There are thousands of different kinds of food, but they all are made up of a few basic components. What are the components known as? They are known as nutrients. The food that we eat contains many types of substances or components that can be useful for our body and harmful also. The useful components for our body are known as nutrients. The three main nutrients are, what are they? First one, carbohydrates, then fats, third, proteins. Along with these three main nutrients, there are several other nutrients also, like water, vitamins, minerals and roughage. Okay, now let's move on. We will see something more about nutrients. Okay, see, here is a chart for you which states different nutrients and their primary functions. Let's have a look on this table. First one, water. Its main function is that dissolves and carries nutrients, then removes waste and regulates body temperature. Second, protein. It builds new tissues, antibodies, enzymes, hormones and other compounds. Third, what is that? It is carbohydrate. It provides energy. It is known as energy giving food. Okay. The second one, that is protein, is also known as body building food. Now next one is fat. It provides long term energy, insulation and protection. Then the next one is vitamins. It facilitates use of other nutrients involved in regulating growth and manufacturing hormones. Then the last one is minerals. It helps to build bones and teeth, aid in muscle function and nervous system activity. Okay, now see, here is a pie chart for you. I am sure that you have not understood this pie chart, right? I will tell you what is this. First one, see from the top. What is this 10%? Consider this pie chart is a whole full balanced diet. Okay, in this diet you must need 10% of fats, right? Okay, 10% of fats, then 25% of protein, then again the same amount, that is 25% of carbohydrates, then rest 40% should be vitamins and minerals, which include fruits, vegetables and so on. Okay, let's move on. What is next? Carbohydrates. Let us study these all nutrients in a detailed manner. The first one is carbohydrates. They are the important source of energy. Carbohydrates are important source of energy required by our body. They provide about 72% of the total calorific requirements of the body. Okay, they provide about 72%. Just imagine, 72% of the total caloric requirements of the body. Now let us see the sources of carbohydrates. The first one is fruits, second vegetables, third grain products. In addition to fruits such as orange, apple, banana, etc., vegetables and grain products are main sources of carbohydrates. These are the food items from which we can get carbohydrates. Okay, you have understood now. Let's move on. Now the next one, the next nutrient we are going to discuss is fats and oils. Fats supply the body with twice as much energy as do equal amounts of proteins and carbohydrates. Fats supply the body with twice as much as energy, which is equal amount of protein and carbohydrates. Understood? Like carbohydrates, fats and oils supply the body with energy. In fact, fats supply the body with twice as much energy as they do. Okay? Fats help to support and cushion vital organs, protecting them from injury. What do you mean by cushion? In English, we have studied that cushion means the sofa pillow, the pillow which we use in the sofas and all. But here in science, this cushion means safety or protective covering. These fats help us to protect our internal as well as external organs, protecting them from injury. Fats insulate body against loss of heat, right? Fats insulate body against loss of heat. Now let us see some sources of fats. What are they? They are nuts, butter, vegetable oils, cheese, milk, animal fat, etc. Food that are rich in fats come from both animals and plants. We can see here, from animals we can get animal fat, milk, butter. Indirectly from milk we can get butter, right? And from plants we can get vegetable oils, nuts and many more, right? Let's move on. The next main nutrient required for our body is proteins. They are known as body building foods. Okay. Proteins are essential for growth and repair of body parts. Proteins are essential for growth and repair of body parts. Thus they are called body building foods. Okay, now you have understood. There is protein in almost every parts of the body. In our body, mostly parts contain proteins. For example, our blood, brain and muscles are made partly of proteins. There is protein even in the enamel of our teeth. I think it's a new fact for you, right? Okay. As a result, every person needs a regular supply of the raw material used to make proteins. Why there is a necessity to get or to have a regular supply of proteins? Because mostly parts of a human body are made partly of proteins. Let's see some sources of proteins. They are meat, fish, egg, soya beans, yeast, cereals, pulses, etc. Let's move on. Next important nutrient required for our body is vitamins. Vitamins regulate body growth and normal functioning. What is the function of vitamins? They regulate body growth and normal functioning. If there is an irregular supply of vitamins, then our body will get affected by vitamin deficiency diseases like scurvy, beriberi, loss of vision, etc. Without a regular supply of certain vitamins, parts of our body begin to function poorly and we may have a vitamin deficiency disease. What's the example? Scurvy. It is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. Just remember it, okay? Vitamins are also called micronutrients. Why they are called micronutrients? I will tell you the reason. Our body needs small amounts of vitamins, right? Our human body needs small amounts of vitamins. For this reason, vitamins are sometimes called micronutrients. Okay, the main vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Right? Let's move ahead. Now let us study about the different sources of vitamins. Like we have studied that the main vitamins were A, B, C, D, E and K. Now we will look at the sources of that vitamins. First one, C. They are the sources of vitamin A. Vitamin A sources include egg, butter, papaya, cabbage, carrot, etc. Now let us have a look on this picture. They are the sources of vitamin B. The sources of vitamin B include tomato, peanut, whole grain cereals, yeast, potato, maltose, etc. See this picture. They are the sources of vitamin C. They include guava, lemon, cabbage, grapes, tomato, orange and many more. They are the sources of vitamin D. They include egg, milk, fish, cod liver oil, butter, etc. These are the sources of vitamin E. They include butter, banana, soya beans, egg, green vegetables and many more. Here are the sources of vitamin K. They include tomato, meat, liver, vegetable oils, etc. Okay. Now just go through these pictures and learn the sources of different vitamins. Okay. Let's move ahead. Now we are going to study another nutrient. What is that? Minerals. These vitamins, minerals, now we are going to study water and roughage also. They are considered as other nutrients. Come back to our topic, that is minerals. Minerals help in the normal functioning of our body. What is the function of minerals? They help in the normal functioning of the body. They strengthens our bones and teeth and also blood and other tissues. Okay. There are 6 essential minerals. Mainly there are 6 essential minerals. What are they? They are sodium, calcium, phosphorus, iron and iodine. I will tell you a detailed structure about each one of this mineral. First one, sodium. Sodium is essential for the contraction of involuntary muscles and transmission of nerve impulses. It is found in carrots, cauliflower, eggs, etc. Its shortage may cause muscular cramps, okay, or pains in the joints and all. Secondly, it is calcium. They are essential for healthy bones and teeth. The main source of calcium include grains, dairy foods, nuts, meat, etc. The functions of calcium and phosphorus is somewhat same. So, phosphorus are also essential for healthy bones and teeth, and the sources are the same as calcium. Next one is iron. Iron is important in the formation of hemoglobin, the substance in red blood cells that carries oxygen to all parts of your body. The best sources of iron are liver, kidney, whole cereals, fish, nuts, etc. The shortage of iron or the shortage of the nutrient, that is iron, may cause a disease called anemia. Once more, the disease caused by the deficiency of iron is called anemia. Then next one is iodine. In our body, iodine mainly exists in the thyroid gland and helps in the formation of thyroid hormones. Iodine occurs in drinking water, iodized table salt, onion and fish. Its shortage in our body may cause a disease or a situation called goiter. Deficiency of any of them might lead to undesirable consequences. As I told you in these important minerals, that if deficiency of any one mineral occurs, then mineral deficient diseases may occur like anemia, goiter, etc. Okay, let's move ahead. The next main nutrient that is needed for our body is water. Water carries nutrients, hormones, disease fighting blood cells and waste products to and from our body organs through the bloodstream. Water carries nutrients, hormones, disease fighting blood cells and waste products to and from our body organs through the bloodstream. Water helps our body to stay at the right temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. Water helps our body to stay at the right temperature, that is 37 degrees centigrade. The condition of severe water loss from the body is called dehydration. What is that situation called? Dehydration. The next important nutrient needed for our body is roughage. Roughage is the fibrous part of our food. It is present in plant products like green leafy vegetables, salads, cereals and fruits. Roughage helps in retaining water in the body and digestion. What is the function of roughage? It is used in retaining water in the body and digestion. It avoids constipation and helps in excreting feces. Okay. So now we have completed this part, not this chapter, this part. Let's have a revision what we have learned in this part. In this part we have studied the first topic, that is nutrients, in which we studied a lot of nutrients which include carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water and roughage, right? Okay. Now we are going to wind up, children. I hope you have understood this part well. If it is not so, then you can go through this video once more. Okay? Till that, stay home, stay safe. Bye.